The frozen foods aisle is not where most people expect to find meaningful nutritional guidance, but neurologist Dinesh Sivakalundu, MD PhD, makes a direct and specific recommendation. Frozen salmon belongs in your grocery cart on a regular basis. His reasoning is grounded in the specific nutritional composition of salmon and in decades of research connecting that composition to brain health outcomes. A single 4-ounce serving delivers omega-3 fatty acids, complete protein, vitamin B12, vitamins B6 and B3, and vitamin D in quantities that are clinically relevant, not incidental. Understanding what each of these nutrients actually does in the brain helps explain why salmon stands apart from other proteins in the frozen case. Omega-3 fatty acids, the structural foundation of brain cell function. Salmon's most significant brain health contribution comes from its content of DHA and EPA, the two long-chain omega-3 fatty acids found almost exclusively in fatty fish and marine sources. A 4-ounce portion of salmon provides approximately 2 grams of omega-3 fatty acids, exceeding 100% of the recommended daily intake for adults. This matters because DHA is a structural component of neuronal cell membranes. It comprises a substantial fraction of the fatty acids in the brain's gray matter and is concentrated especially in the synaptic regions where neurons communicate. Sivakalundu explains that DHA and EPA keep cell membranes flexible, which is essential for efficient signal transmission between neurons. When membrane fluidity is compromised, neural communication slows and degrades. Beyond structural roles, DHA and EPA exert anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects that have attracted sustained research interest. Chronic neuroinflammation is a recognized driver of cognitive decline, Alzheimer's disease, and other neurodegenerative conditions. Omega-3 fatty acids modulate the inflammatory pathways involved, and multiple large observational studies have found associations between higher omega-3 intake and lower risk of cognitive decline and dementia. Sivakalundu recommends 1 to 2 servings of fatty fish per week, with a serving defined as roughly 3 to 4 ounces, as a practical target for brain-supportive omega-3 consumption. Complete protein and neurotransmitter synthesis. A 4-ounce serving of salmon provides approximately 24 grams of protein, and crucially, salmon is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot synthesize on its own and must obtain from diet. Registered dietitian Patricia Kalisa explains the direct neurological relevance. Amino acids are the precursor molecules from which neurotransmitters are built. Serotonin is synthesized from tryptophan. Dopamine and norepinephrine are built from tyrosine and phenylalanine. GABA, the brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter, is derived from glutamate. Without an adequate supply of dietary amino acids, the brain cannot maintain neurotransmitter production at levels that support stable mood, attention, sleep, and stress response. Higher protein intake from quality sources has been associated with better cognitive outcomes in aging populations, where protein adequacy becomes increasingly important for preserving muscle mass and neurological function simultaneously. B vitamins, myelin protection, DNA methylation, and homocysteine. The B vitamin content of salmon addresses brain health through several distinct and well-characterized pathways. A 3-ounce serving provides approximately 100% of the daily requirement for vitamin B12, making salmon one of the most reliable dietary sources of this vitamin. Registered dietitian Amanda Sauceda explains B12's primary neurological function. It is required for producing and maintaining the myelin sheath, the insulating layer that surrounds and protects nerve fibers and enables rapid electrical signal conduction. Myelin damage underlies the neurological symptoms of multiple sclerosis and contributes to the cognitive decline associated with B12 deficiency, which is common in older adults and in people following plant-based diets without supplementation. Sivakalundu adds that salmon's B6, B12, and folate content also reduces circulating homocysteine levels, an amino acid that accumulates when B vitamins are insufficient for normal methylation metabolism. Elevated homocysteine is independently associated with brain atrophy and increased dementia risk in multiple large studies. This B vitamin trio working together through the homocysteine pathway represents one of the more mechanistically well-supported nutritional interventions for long-term cognitive preservation. Additionally, Vitamins B6 and B3 support energy production in neurons and influence DNA methylation, the epigenetic process by which cells regulate gene expression, including genes relevant to brain health and inflammation. Vitamin D, cognitive function, mood, and fat-soluble absorption. A 4-ounce serving of salmon provides more than 100% of the daily value for vitamin D, making it one of very few foods that can meaningfully address vitamin D status through diet alone. Vitamin D deficiency is widespread in populations with limited sun exposure, darker skin pigmentation, obesity, or older age, and it has been linked to increased risk of depression, cognitive impairment, and faster cognitive decline. Research shows associations between adequate vitamin D levels and improvements across several dimensions of brain health, including mood stability, memory, and executive function. One nutritional advantage specific to salmon is that its omega-3 fatty acids and natural fat content enhance the absorption of vitamin D, which is fat-soluble. Eating vitamin D alongside dietary fat substantially increases the proportion absorbed compared to taking vitamin D in isolation without fat. Practical considerations for frozen salmon. Frozen salmon is nutritionally comparable to fresh because salmon is typically flash frozen immediately after harvest, preserving its fatty acid and vitamin content at peak levels. The convenience factor is genuine. Frozen fillets keep for months without quality loss, thaw quickly in cold water in 15 to 20 minutes, and are broadly available at lower price points than fresh salmon in most markets. Label reading matters when selecting frozen salmon. Some products are pre-seasoned or marinated with sauces that add significant sodium and saturated fat, which partly undermines the cardiovascular and neurological benefits of the fish itself. Kolesa recommends checking the nutrition facts label and avoiding products where sodium or saturated fat represents 20% or more of the daily value per serving. Sivakolundu's broader dietary context is the most important framing for interpreting salmon's role. No single food transforms brain health in isolation. The dietary patterns consistently associated with slower cognitive decline and lower dementia risk, including the Mediterranean, DASH, and MIND diets, are built on a combination of leafy greens, berries, nuts, whole grains, olive oil, and fatty fish. Salmon is a potent and practical anchor for that pattern, but it operates as part of a dietary system rather than as a standalone intervention. 1 to 2 servings per week, paired with the other components of a plant-forward, anti-inflammatory dietary pattern, reflects the evidence base for meaningful long-term brain health support. The practical versatility of frozen salmon also removes one of the most common barriers to consistent fish consumption: the perception that eating fish regularly requires significant cooking skill, time, or expense. A thawed fillet can be baked at 400 degrees Fahrenheit in 12 to 15 minutes, with nothing more than olive oil and seasoning. It can be flaked over a grain bowl with leafy greens, stirred into a quick pasta with vegetables, or eaten at breakfast on whole grain toast with avocado. At roughly $3 to $5 per serving, depending on brand and market, frozen salmon competes favorably in cost with many processed convenience foods that offer a fraction of its nutritional value. For anyone looking to build a dietary pattern that actively supports cognitive health over decades, making frozen salmon a weekly staple is a straightforward and evidence-grounded place to start.